Hey guys, how's it going today? It's a beautiful day, pretty warm. I don't always give a weather report. I should stop doing that because we could be watching this in the middle of December. We would never know. Anyways, that's a total aside. What I'm here to talk to you today about is my new baler, right? So I've been rocking this old Massey Ferguson Model 12. Hopefully we can see that for the last 10 years or so. And let's just say 300 bales a year or so, 3,000 bales of hay, maybe 4,000, who knows. I've done a lot of work on it, just standard maintenance, and it's been a good baler for me. It's got a couple of problems. One is I just can't seem to get a good tight bale out of it. If I get a bale more than say 40 pounds or so, it pops a knot every time. And so I got to run this thing fairly loose. I don't get those nice tight bales that stack up tight and that I could potentially pick up with a harrow bed or some other kind of a mechanism. Few other little things. The clutch in here, it's starting to go out, and so that with that clutch is going out, it spins too easy, right? So it won't doesn't want to start up. If you have a partially full chamber, it'll just spin. So you got to grab a pry bar and back it off and let it get a run up for that flywheel to get some speed. One of the biggest things is this, right? We all know that's not good, right? That's supposed to be a shear pin to let that flywheel break free when something bad happens. And the truth is that shear pin would shear constantly, and it's because the flywheel was just so loose on the shaft. So with that flywheel loose and wobbling, it would elongate that shear pin and pop it. And so I was forever replacing shear pins on it, and I just gave up and finally went ahead and welded it up. And I did that 4 years ago. I know my fields fairly well. I've been lucky, I guess. I haven't picked up a rock, and because if I do, then that whole baler is scrap. So I'd like you to introduce to my brand new baler. Ta-da! Yep, it's another Massey Ferguson. I think it's a Model 12, but I'm not sure because we don't have a nameplate. This is interesting too. Look at that bulge. Something flew off of there. Something came loose in there years ago at a very high rate of speed. I'll bet you whoever was driving that tractor pooped their pants. I would have. Anyways, you can see this isn't really a new baler at all. It's another Massey Ferguson Model 12. Might be a Model 120. I'll have to do some research. I think that they're exceptionally similar. But I actually have a little bit of experience with this baler. I know the guy I got it from. I helped him get it running. Last time he baled hay was probably, well, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years ago. He just hasn't been able to bale hay since then. But I was able to help him get it running. We went out in the field and we made some nice bales of hay. It was just grass hay like what I have, but we were able to get nice, tight, heavy bales of hay. It wasn't popping the knots. So overall, I was kind of impressed with it. It does, but if you take off this sheet metal here, well, you have the same underpinnings, that same three fork bale pusher and plunger, and the same track system. I might have to take this this tin off anyway. That helped me clean it up. But as you can see, this thing's got a lot of work that needs done on it too. Just like my baler. To get it home, I had to steal a tire off of my baler. Had to steal another one. That's this one here. Had to steal another tire off of my hay rake. Here we go. I only had about 10 miles to go. But that was because, say, this tire, that's not even the worst part of it. Let's see. Yeah, that tire was shot. I didn't even try to put air in it when I got out there. Got out there, saw how bad they were, bad shape these tires were in, came back home and I stole a couple of other tires. This one does have the duals on the pickup side. I don't know if those are necessary in any way, shape, or form. I've been running the single on mine for years. You know, maybe if I was more worried about ground compaction, maybe I should be. You guys, if you have a comment about that, let me know. But let's go over this baler real quick and just kind of get an idea of what this is going to take to make it field ready. So we'll start here at the pickup. And if I look at the pickup, I can only see this one right here, but I'm missing one. That one's half gone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. That one's missing, I think there's what, 10? Hold on. Yeah, 12ish or so pickup teeth per row. And we have one good one on this row. One good one, one half of one. I'm betting if we start looking at the others, we're going to see something similar. So a lot of pickup teeth are broken. Going to have to replace those. Fortunately, I ordered some pickup teeth and replaced them on this baler. Oh, last year, year before. You see these haven't worn the paint off of them yet, and I've got a whole bunch more left over because I ordered too many. I way miscounted. So we'll be able to just pull these shields off and pop on some new balers, some new pickup teeth, no problem. So coming back around, we have a couple of major problems here. So this PTO shaft guard, that's been welded before. I could probably weld it. I could weld that again and make that work. But we don't even have a PTO guard here. And that's dangerous, guys, right? You see my other baler, it's PTO guard. It needs some work too. It's missing the keeper right there. So this thing slides off. So I always have some exposed PTO shaft. That's not ideal. It needs to be fixed. Same thing here. I need PTO covers on this. We come here to the clutch and you'll note that there is no clutch. Just straight through bolts, straight through. That's some clutch material in there, but they can't spin, so it needs a new clutch. Coming around this side, my shear pin is sheared off. I don't know what kind of shape that's in. But I do have both of the inserts in here. Those were missing on my baler for years, I think, when I got it, and that was part of my problem. I built some new ones to put in there, but I don't have the tools to build them right. But we'll see what happens when we just replace some shear pins on this one and see what happens. Of course, the requisite flywheel shield that is oh, I don't even know how this thing goes something like that. I'll be honest, even on new good production balers, I've never seen flywheel shields in use. That's just going to get pulled off. Coming back around, we got a welded patch right here. Not worried about that. That's a lot of goobery weld right there. We'll run it for a while and see what it looks like. We'll keep an eye on that. That might potentially have to be plated over, ground down, plated over. And this side is in good shape. Huh. Don't know why we have an extra chain or piece of fencing wire on there. Missing one of the tension adjusters. Just have a nut on there. We can build one of those. Weld the handle onto a nut, no big deal. The knotters appear to be in pretty good shape. Now, if I remember correctly, when I was helping the guy with this, we were having trouble getting the knotters to tie, and all we did is we took off the knives and sharpened the knives with my Leatherman, with the diamond file on my Leatherman, and we also have to pay attention to these, which are these sweepers. They sweep the knot or the twine into the knotter, and then they pull it back out, or it pulls back out. I don't think it pulls it back out, but you get a tendency to get so much junk built up in here that they can't do their job and they can't sweep and stay clean. So that's probably why these guards are going to come off. It gives me more access to the knotters and to all of that. I guess the other idea is to clean it all up really well and use the guards as intended and try to keep the hay out of there. We could give that a shot. Wouldn't hurt to try that. Bales are set up a little bit longer. That's your bale length adjustment right here. When this arm comes up, all the way up, this trips and cycles the knotters. We'll get some video of that when I start working on this thing. But that shouldn't be. I can adjust that if I want to, or I can stick with the longer bales. The shorter bales are a little bit nicer for loading into my pickup. So that's the one advantage of the shorter bales. So they load into the pickup better, and they stack into the that little shed lean-to attachment better. So that's why I shortened the bales on mine. What do we have in here? Got a little rust through. Have a couple of nuts to you. Let's see. Don't even know what that's for. Clutch, I bet. That's a clutch bolt, but I'm not gonna stake my life on it. Oh, we've got a couple of, that's 2/3 of a spool. Miscellaneous junk and stuff and wire and old Coors Light can. So here's the deal. I know this baler a little bit, right? I helped them run it for a while. Oh, we're missing one more thing. So there's supposed to be something right here to help this help that pickup right along the ground, right? To force that pickup up off the ground if you go into a ditch or something like that. So I've got one over here, a little spring loaded, and that just rides along the ground, and then if your baler dips down, that'll hit the ground and force the pickup up so that you don't break off your teeth. So I will have to source one of those. I don't even know what's up with those two bolts right there, but I can fix that. The only thing that he said that he could remember wrong with it was that pickup chain right there has a tendency to pop links. Could just be it's just an old chain. I'll replace the chain first. The sprocket looks like it's in pretty good shape. On mine, on my old baler, I had to replace that sprocket several years ago. It was so worn down that I just couldn't pick up anything normal, any normal windrow. I had to go super light windrows, and it would stall out and just the chain would slip all the time. So we'll see. I'll fix that up. Paint's a lot redder than it is on mine. I wish I had a tag on it so I could figure out the year. I might be able to figure out the year based off of some serial numbers, right? So we've got this 687482M1. Is that a serial number or a part number? Let's see what we got on mine. 687482M1. That would be a part number rather than a model number. 687329. 687329 right there. So those are just part numbers. I don't see a without that tag, I don't see a serial number anywhere on here. We're going to assume it's just another model 12. I think Massey had a model 120 which was very similar. I think I'd have to go back. I researched this stuff years and years ago. let's see how many hornets. Oh yeah. I figured that was going to happen. Hop back a little bit. Mattern the hornet. Knock down their nest. All right. I see a lot of grease and a lot of dirt. I don't see tons of rust. Let's try something here. Let's see what happens. That looks pretty solid. Let me grab a bar. I'm trying to spin it backwards right now. Oh my. I'm gonna need some more leverage. Boy howdy, that was that thing is solid. But you know what? We'll break it free. We'll get a spin. We'll clean it out. Clean it up. See if we can't get another baler. There's a saying, you know, one is none and two is one. And there's some truth to that. This baler here, it's left me several times pretty much stranded, right? It's been broken down and I've been scrambling to get it repaired in time to finish that cutting of hay. PTO shaft, U-joints, all sorts of fun stuff. So if I can get two of these up and operational and keep them that way, then I'll always have options. This thing's in pretty rough shape right now, but I got high hopes for it. So stick around, follow along. I'm gonna go broke buying tires though, good grief. So I got 3 tires on this baler if I run with the duals. And I've got another tire on this baler that all need replaced. And I don't have any spares. I do actually have a tire that'll work on the chamber side that I can put onto this wheel over here, so that'll save me a little bit of money, but it's the way it goes. Anyways, my new baler, guys, I'm excited. Excuse me, I'm excited for this, so it'll be fun. Well, maybe we can get this thing up and running before the next cutting, and if not, well, let's just hope that old one keeps cranking along. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, well, hey, if you guys know of any other place on here where I might find a serial number or a model number, go ahead and let me know. Throw a comment down there. If you've had experience with these balers and little tips and tricks, I'd love to hear about them. I've been successful with this one for a long time and I've learned a lot of little tricks, but I'm always willing to learn some more. So I'm signing off, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.